Hi everybody, welcome back to Boomix Beauty Beat. So the Riviera, can you imagine going there right now or being there right now? We deserve it. We have been through it this year, people. I want you guys to go and check out, I'm a sale shopper, I'm sorry, but I got this, picked up this little baby on sale, the Riviera. It's not new, but it is still beautiful. Just because a palette isn't like brand spanking new, and you can get it half off right now at Sephora. So hurry and take a look at that before you before it sells out. I am in this mental space where I keep fantasizing and dreaming about vacations and beaches and bronzy skin and all of that. So I thought, well, this is our little fantasy world, so why don't we recreate a beautiful bronzy Riviera look to take us away from all our troubles and to have our little fun time with makeup. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's get rolling. I watch all the Real Housewives. Who else watches the Real Housewives? It's my little guilty pleasure, and I love to see the makeup on there. And I was watching the Real Housewives of Dallas, and one of the housewives was getting ready, and she had her hair all in braids. And then when she went to her event later, her hair had this great little beachy wavy look. And so last night I spent the night braiding up my hair, trying it, and this morning this is kind of how it turned out. It's not as glamorous as what hers looks, but I'll do something with it later. It's fine. I just I think it reacts a little differently to curly hair than it does to, regular hair. Well, we got to get the skin going with a little bit of glow to it. So I'm going to start with my Danessa oil, which I've been actually using every single day now. I'm finding it really helps my skin to feel moister, my dry skin to feel more moist. So I put a little bit up onto my hand. I have this Anastasia Liquid Glow. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil down. I'm sorry for my oily watchers. They're probably cringing watching me do this, but for anybody with dry skin, it just feels wonderful. But when you get in the sun and it's really warm and you get that kind of bronzy, glistening glow, I'm gonna try to recreate a little bit of that, fake it. So I'm going to take a little bit of this liquid Anastasia Glow in the color Perla. I've just found this Bobbi Brown under eye corrector in, this is in Peach, and I put that under my eyes. But what I'm noticing and what I'm loving about it is it doesn't goop up under my eyes. It's really a nice thin, dry application, and I find it's not creating any more age under my eyes, which I just love. So I am totally into this right now. And so let's just keep going. I gotta find, you guys are probably sick of me using my hand all the time. So basically what I'm gonna do is I got this little pan thing on Amazon, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of highlighter, a little chemistry lab here, a couple drops of oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover in, this color is an N08, and it's bronzier. I'll show you the color. It's bronzier than my skin color, way darker. But because we're kind of mocking a vacation look, Riviera look, I'm gonna bronze myself just a little bit. So we're going to try to get away with that. And then I'm gonna just mix in a little of my regular Huda foundation. So we got 4 things on the pan, and I've got this little spatula, so we'll just mash that up together and see if we come up with something that's kind of a nice little mashup here. I think it looks nice. Like I said, it's way darker than my skin color, but I'm able to kind of shear that out just a little bit because of the oil, and also it gives it sort of a smoothing effect. So, whoa, that is much darker. Let's see if I can get away with this, if I need to add any. I guess once it's put everywhere, it's okay. Like I said, I'm purposely trying to give myself a couple of extra shades. So I'm putting in 2 more drops of oil. I just want to make sure it has a nice, soft, reflective, and I'm putting in a little more highlighter. Whoop! And I'm going to put that right up under my eyes so I can cover up some of my dark circles as it is, and I'll go over that with concealer later. So obviously, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to cover my ears a little. And they do this a lot in makeup artistry. They alter, you know, the kind of tone of the skin at their will, and that's part of the artistry, I guess. I'm just giving a really light wash of color many places as I can, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit to my shoulders because usually you get a little bit of sun here too, so that's why I mixed up kind of a bigger batch, you guys. I'm not that great at bronzing the skin. It's something I really want to learn this year, so I'm trying to experiment and play a little bit because I just love that look. I love that sort of goddess, sparkly, sprayed on look. I really want to try Scott Barnes body bling. That looks so pretty. I have not tried that yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. So we're getting a good soft tan going. Does anybody else change their foundation color for different reasons? Just if they like their skin to look a little bronzier or whatever. Okay, I just put my Jouer concealer on in the color Wheat, and I'm just going to get my under eyes taken care of before we carry on with the rest of the look. There's so much to do. I'm still working up the skin a little bit after the concealer. What I'm going to do is just put on some of the Tantour from Huda to just sort of build up a tiny bit of bronze. And it's a contour color, but it also, this color isn't fair. It's also really malleable and you can manipulate it so easily. So if any of you are looking for a really easy contour color, the Huda Tantour is just beautiful. And I find it doesn't look that... I'll try to get a bigger streak here so you can see it better. See, it has a really nice tone to it. It doesn't look too orangey. It's what your skin would look like if it was really, you know, sun-kissed or bronzed up. And so it sort of acts as a bit of a bronzer, but has the coolness of a contour color, which I love. So this is one of my absolute favorite contour kind of bronzy colors. So yeah, you can use it to chisel your jaw a little bit, but I'm way darker in tone right now than I normally am. So just giving a, I don't obviously want any, you know, real clear demarcation lines anywhere on the face, so just using this in a subtle way. I guess I could just touch a bit of this on my nose. I'll just take a little flat brush and just do a little soft contouring here and there. Doesn't have to be too distinctive. I'm going to just bring up a little of this bronzy color into the brow. And I'm going to show you guys a really cool little brow trick in a bit. For my powder, just so that I don't whiten all of this out, I've got 2 colors here from One Size, and what I'm actually going to do is tap a little bit into the lid of the One Size and mix up kind of a soft tan color so that I can lightly dust that on certain parts of my face. So I'm just kind of doing half and half in here. This is just so that I can give the skin a bit of tan without it looking too obvious. But with the lighter color, I am the translucent, I'm just going to first just dip into that on its own, and let's get this, let's get this under eye sealed up before that creases some more. Obviously, I don't want to make my skin look too powdery. I want it to look glowy. So the amount of powder I'm going to use is very minimal. I just want to seal it. So I'm just going to tap my sponge into that mixture that I made, and I'm just going to lightly tap it around just to seal it up ever so gently. This took like a month and a half to get to Canada. I got this Sigma Ultimate Blending Brush Set, and I just felt like I needed some extra eye brushes, and this was on their website, and I get emails from Sigma, so I know when there's little sales and things like that. But it's 6 of their top blending eyeshadow brushes, so we might as well try those out today for sure. And another brush I wanted to show you guys before we kind of continue on with this, I just wanted to show you guys this other brush too that I received, and I've seen a lot of makeup artists use it, and it's the 4D brush. If you can see, it's like a little triangle, and you can do angle work with it really well. And so I invested in one of those along with that other brush set, and the very popular E25 blending brush from Sigma, also supposedly a really good brush to use for your eye work. I wanted to show you guys this as well. I haven't made much use of this, but I wanted to use it today. This is the MAC, sorry about my hand being messy, I gotta wipe that off. It's a MAC bronzy, it's called the Golden Bronze whatever look powder, and it is so pretty looking. I'm just gonna try a little bit of that on my, relatively dewy skin. I didn't powder very heavily, and just see what that does. It just supposedly gives the skin a really nice bronzy effect. I'm just gonna brush a little bit on. It's really pretty. It's not super shimmery as I thought it would be. It's just a soft glow. I'm trying to get the skin getting that bronzy look because it gets me in that mood too. I am absolutely in love with this Kevyn Aucoin bronzer. It looks real simple, but it's one of the best bronzers I used. I'm going to take my Soft Blend Sigma number 60 brush and really ram into there. I just love this bronzer color. It gives the best tone to the skin. Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to do an all over bronze. Alright, we haven't done highlighter or anything yet. This is just kind of get the skin looking bronzier than usual. Let's go to the eyebrow trick now. I'm still really loving this Huda pencil, the new skinny one. It's in rich brown number 6, and so I'm going to show you guys this little trick. So if you take your brow pencil and you let it nick your skin and you make a little mark, see, look at my eyebrows are way off. Look at the difference as to where the brow sits according to my nose. They're way different, and I mess this side, like one side always looks different than the other. So I'm trying to do this to get them a little more equal, so then the arch should go, if I'm looking straight ahead, should go here, and then I can make a little nick mark here. And on the outer brow, if it hits the edge, same thing here. It's kind of where that goes. Let's try the other side. There's my arch. Oops, didn't get quite a good enough nick there. Touching the edge of my nose to the end of my brow should be there. going to make it big enough so I can see it. Then what we're going to do is kind of connect the dots. So let's just see how this works out. This is a new trick I found, and I mean conceptually it's right, it's correct as to how to get your brows to connect. I can take that little extra nick off, that's not a problem. So I'm just going to go a little above and a little below and make little brush strokes. Just going to brush them out a little bit. We've got that connected there, and there's the connection to the end. But it is Jim Dandy right bang on to where your eyebrows should be. So when you're trying to look at your brows, the eyes play so many optical illusions on you, it's really hard to get the eyebrows correctly, kind of created. So if I want to just soften that edge down, I'll just take my finger and pull it down a little bit, and then I can always soften. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to fluff that up a little bit so it doesn't look so drawn on. But when I think of the Riviera, I think of, soft bronzy skin, fluffy eyebrows, bronzy glowy colors. I haven't put any gel or anything like that in them yet, but boy. Okay, let's try this side and see what happens. I don't know if I did that arch right. Hold on. And looking here. Hold on. Straight ahead. I don't think this arch is good. Hold on. No way. It's way off. I messed up. Should be there. My bad. That's an easy fix. Okay, so there's the arch. We're just going to get those joined together. But look at that, you guys. Isn't that a nice little trick? Just play with that and see if it works for you. If you try it out and it works, just let me know how that went. I've got hot flashes today, like, whew! Like there's no tomorrow. I guess it's good that my skin is glowy because I'd probably look really sweaty right now. It's just a clear brow gel, just to kind of pop them up a little bit. Oh, this is so pretty colors. Okay, so what I feel like doing is something kind of bronzy. I'm going to pull up this color here, which is Coastline, and begin to work my transition area just to kind of, it's got kind of a peachy tone to it, which is just such a pretty color to begin with. Oh my god, this brush is so nice, you guys. The E25 brush. Oh, there's nothing like getting fresh eye brushes, fresh from the manufacturer. They haven't been washed yet. They're still really soft. Wow. But it sure blends nicely. Oh my goodness. This palette blends really, really, really easily. I know this is a bit boring, you guys, but I want to kind of get some depth building going here. I'm going to pull this, just a simple palm color. It's a brown, and just do a little bit of crease work and build up a bit of depth. Just simple brown. I'm using the Detail Blending Brush E27, and I'm having a little fun playing with these new brushes. So I'm just going to build up a touch of depth in the crease area, just using little soft swirly motions, moving it around. Then I'll take my bigger blending brushes that are in here. I can take the Sigma diffused crease brush and just clean and just move it around a bit. Now I'm going to build in some bronzy goodness. I'm going to take this sort of Palermo color here. It's kind of a sort of a pinky bronze color, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm going to take that up on my firm blender brush, take a little bit of that color and build it in to the lower part of the crease area. And now I just want to diffuse that out. I don't want it to be too radical. I just want to splash. Okay, I want to dig into this yellow. This is called Inheritance. It's such a funny name. Let's get into that beautiful gold color. I'm going to put that on with, I'm going to try it with my finger for starters, just to press it on. Wow, it's got a lot of payoff, you guys. A lot of payoff. That's super pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of this color in Yacht and put that towards the outer edge, just because I don't want straight yellow across the edge here. So it has a little bit of a softer tone towards the outer corner. And the brighter yellow will be on the inner portion. I'm going to take that palm color again, the brown, and just do a little bit of building underneath. I'm going to take my Fix Plus, just put a little bit onto my medium sweeper brush. It's number E54 by Sigma, and I'm just going to tap that into that brown and give the bottom just a bit of a wash of color, and I'll take that closer to the lash line as well, just to build a bit of depth. I'm going to take this Cabana color here and put that slightly, it's kind of a mustard color, and maneuver that just underneath. Kind of looks like a mustard. Just so I can pick up a little more of the gold. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit of that bright gold color and I'll pop that into the very most corner here. It's getting warmer outside, so I have a hard time when it gets hot in here shooting with all these lights. Right, so now I'm going to get to the lashes. I'm going to do my lashes before eyeliner because I want to see how much eyeliner I actually need. And sometimes I do that because it, you know, putting your mascara on and stuff. So I'm going to put on mascara and some lashes and then decide upon my eyeliner. Okay, I chose sort of just a soft wispy lash, and you can see, you guys, it's a fairly simple look. It's just kind of like if you were on holidays and you needed to, you know, splash something pretty on your face and go luncheon on a patio, drinking wine and people watching, looking out onto the ocean. That's what I'm going for. Getting a little bit of a soft tan, walking around. So I'm just going to use my Nude Sticks liner. This liner is really, really easy to use. It's in the color Slate, so it's kind of like a dark brown. And I'm just using that to manipulate my line just a little bit and add some interest there in the eye because it's kind of looking a little bit washed out. And I'm just going to drag it down a little bit. For the lips, I'm going to keep playing up the kind of glossy effect. I'm going to take this Smashbox color. It's in Mauve Squad because it's got this really metallic, soft mauve color, and I think it will look expensive. And when you're on the Riviera, you want to look expensive. Let's try this BH Cosmetics lip liner in the color Abla. It's really, you guys can see I've got a little bit of hot flash sweat, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my lips because I just think it will make the lipstick last longer. Ooh. It looks really a lot like this eyeshadow color up here. It's such a pretty metallic look to it and makes it look expensive, like I said. Just to give this look a touch of pizzazz, I'm going to add on a little bit of my Liz Wautier liquid gold sparkle, just so I can get the light to pick up. And again, it just kind of makes it look a little more expensive and sparkly. I ended up putting that all on the lid. I just think it's too pretty. And I'm going to bring that up and under the eye just a little bit. Nice, right? Oh my God, I love sparkle. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Scott Barnes lip gloss on top of this. color just so it's got some juiciness to it. This color is Hey Sis. I use it a lot. It's a really pretty lip gloss. Then you've got that reflective, you know, glam. I think I'm going to rely on my Milani Cheek Kiss in Nude Kiss. I'm going to take that up on my brush, just a ColourPop blush brush. Take up a little bit of color, and I love these these cream blushes, you guys. They are so nice to work with. I'm just going to pop a little color, like I'm a bit flushed from being outside in the sun. I love the way that looks. Let's add some highlight in there so we can get that, keep that glow going. Well, we're going to go for the famous Champagne Pop highlighter. I'm going to move that right into the blush so that it all looks glowy and melded together, because you can't really, I'm going to miss Becca, you can't really beat their highlighters, you guys. I've tried. Ofra's is okay, but I still prefer the Becca highlighter. Who's going to miss them? I am. Because this is a glowy look, I don't mind there to be little plops of color. I mean, little plops of shimmer. I can't speak today. In different places. It's soft, shimmery, classic. I kind of like that look for the Riviera if I was to go. And there's not a lot of eyeliner, so you're not going to be, you know, worried about your liner kind of coming down in the sun. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do just to finish off the look before we take a few shots is I'm going to take the Danessa Myricks Balm and tap that on just with my finger lightly. It gives a really distinct and beautiful moist, glowy effect. And you know, if you look at my skin, it doesn't look like dry skin because we've done all this stuff to it, and it's a nice break from that dull, dry look. Well, okay, you guys, if I was on the Riviera having lunch, this is how I imagine I would look. I'm going to use this bronzer shimmer spray from Hampton Sun. Shake it up. It's got little flecks in it. And just, whoops, give myself this glowy spray, you know, and it gives you just a sort of shimmery skin appearance. You know, you'll kind of be sweaty and glowy and sexy and hopefully feeling sexy. That's what I was going for, but I hope you like this vacation look, you guys. Even if we can't go, we can imagine it and play it out in our minds and have a bit of a fantasy. I had so much fun playing in all of this, and I hope you like my fake tan. Anyways, you guys, what a great time this was with you, and thanks again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And you know, vacations are, if they're not happening for you just yet because of the world, they're coming, I hope. See you guys. Bye for now.